first off, shout out to the Fever for getting the dub last night. Thought that was pretty cool. Coach White and the team playing hard. Always exciting Indiana sports right now. So, with that being said, excited for this week. Got to have a great week of preparation going into this thing. It's a tough opponent. They're physical. Obviously first road test, division game, but we're excited for the challenge. Injury updates. Mooney's still in the protocol, but he will practice today. And then Latu, we'll see how the week goes. We'll work him out today and see how it goes.
You said Ward will practice today?
He will, yeah.
What did you see from the Titans watching them this week?
A lot of different things. I got a lot of respect for Denard Wilson, their D coordinator. Had a chance to meet with him in Philly. Aggressive style attacking defense, multiple looks. Got a good front. Starts up front with 98 Simmons. He's one of the best in the league. So got to control him as much as possible. Just needs a hell of a player on defense as well. So I think they do a lot of good things defensively. I think offensively they can run the ball really well. I think Pollard's an explosive back. I think the quarterback's very talented. He can move around, make plays off the platform. So we got to have great rush lanes come Sunday against them, because he made a ton of plays a little bit with his legs already. He made a 3rd and goal at the 9 against the Rams, running around, boom, and threw it back across his body, which was a hell of a play. So we got to do a good job containing him. Ridley's a hell of a receiver as well. So they got some weapons over there. So we got to be on our details this week.
Shane, in what ways does having been a college quarterback inform the way you deal with your quarterbacks? How does it influence the way you deal with quarterbacks?
Say that one more time.
Having been a college quarterback.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear that part, yeah. I think playing the position obviously helps, seeing it in that light. So I think that's a big part of it too, playing the position. So when you have those conversations with quarterbacks, you know what I mean? You can have those conversations, those in-depth conversations about certain looks, because sometimes there might be looks where it's like, hey, what were you thinking on that? And obviously, you get the response from the quarterback, and you can, see it the same way sometimes, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there.
Shane, you guys have been really good on first down. But we'll play together.
I think we're just executing. I think it's the guys up front. I think it's the quarterback. I think it's the receivers. I think it's the back. I think that's all part of it, them doing their jobs.
Do you balance like staying ahead of the chains versus, hey, this is an opportunity to create a big play when?
Yeah, I think it's a feel. I think it's a little bit of both. I think obviously you want to be ahead of the chains for sure. You don't want to get yourself in second and long situations. So being efficient on first down is a big part of it. Whether that's running it or throwing it or whatever you're doing to get that done and just executing at a high level.
Do you
Shane,
feel like your group of
your first road game? What is the message to the team, and how are you guys embracing this whole year?
I kind of hit you guys with it a little bit after the game. My message is discipline, trusting the process every week, every day, every meeting. Obviously, division games on the road are always tough, and we got to stay locked in and focused on all the details, the walkthroughs, the meetings, and go execute at a high level.
It feels like your wide receivers, and throw Tyler in that group, are very diverse, like in their skill sets. Is that true? Do you agree? And how does that help you?
Yeah, I think it's very true. I think we got 5 guys that are all capable of making plays for us, and so it's good as a coach. When you're going through the game plans, myself, Jim Bob, the offensive staff, going through it, finding different ways to get these guys all involved. That's all part of the process that we go through every week. You've heard me say this a whole bunch. There's one football, we got 5 guys, and who knows whose week it's going to be. But again, we want to get everybody involved, and they all got their skill sets.
And quick follow up with Tyler. I mean, you've used him. I mean, he's hurt the defense at every level so far. I mean, is that kind of rare for a tight end? You feel like?
Well, I think he has the skill set to do it, and so we got to continue that. But like I said, he's just a hell of a football player. Natural feel for the game, toughness, gritty. You can put him in different positions, different spots. Try to get these matchups that you want with him, along with all the rest of the guys. So, like I said, we got to continue that. But he's playing good football.
Is he going to bring the fullback position back?
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, we handed it off to him twice, so.
And you got the sail route too.
Yeah, the little insert deal. That was pretty cool. I like that one.
What do you see from a high volume guy that he's making the most of these opportunities? How have you seen him grow so far through just a couple weeks?
I think obviously going into year after year, just his habits off season, the way he's been working, his consistency. Obviously, been winning one-on-one on the outside the first 2 weeks. Hell of a route runner, but he continues to develop in all areas and all aspects. He's an in here early morning guy, grinds away, always on the jugs machine, practicing the right way. I really like where he's at right now.
Can you combine him, 2 picks in 2 weeks? Obviously, we see those big plays, but what have you seen from him from a preparation standpoint that allows him to make those type of plays on Sunday?
He's always working. He's a guy that's in here grinding. Even after practice last week, we were in the offensive staff room watching the practice film, and I look out and there's one guy out there working on back pedals by himself, just going through it and just having vision like, hey, boom, here I'm getting a pick, just acting like a football's out there and going through his operation. And I think that stuff's huge. I think a lot of it is a mindset thing of, visualization, making those plays, and I think he does a hell of a job with his preparation and practice. And then when practice is done, he's always getting extra work in, so it's paying dividends.
A lot of the talk league-wide over the last however many years has been quarterbacks playing off schedule. Like, can a guy play off schedule? Can he do do you think it's gotten to the point where maybe people are underrating the importance of playing on schedule?
Yeah. I think there's a balance. I mean, it depends on the guy and how he plays and what his strengths are. I think you can still play within the pocket. I think at the end of the day, you got to be able to throw within the pocket when it's third down and you're dropping back and throwing it. I think you got to play on rhythm and play on time because that's all part of the passing game. But there is that other side to it too. You get out of the pocket and make those big plays with your legs. So obviously you see around the league, there's a lot of multiplicity at that position with different teams. And I think the biggest thing is, playing to the strengths of the guy you got.
I believe if the charting is accurate, Daniel was blitzed more than he's ever been blitzed in his career in that game. But you wouldn't know it looking at the box score. What enables a quarterback to thrive against the blitz?
I think understanding what's going on defense, understanding where the pressures are coming from, knowing the timing of when you got to get the ball out, knowing how you're picked up, whether you're going to be hot or not. I think that's a huge part of it, and that's the game. That's the game within the game, and that's studying it and understanding what's going on the other side of the field, so you can play on rhythm and play on time. And I think our line's done a hell of a job, protecting for him these last 2 weeks.
Do you learn more about Daniel in those situations where he can't actually get hit versus training camp where he's got a red jersey on?
Yeah, no doubt. He's a tough player. I think on the one where they had the helmet on him last week, I mean, he popped his lip and he was bleeding on the sideline, but didn't even phase it. Like, he just here we go. I think he's tough. He stands in there, delivers the ball with accuracy. He's been doing a hell of a job for us.
Staying with with maybe your discipline comment covers it, but all of a sudden you got 2-0 and you got things really going well. You have to kind of keep the players grounded and say you got here because of what you've done.
There's no doubt. The work never stops. That's the message. Like, we can't let up. We got to demand it as coaches. They got to demand it of themselves each and every day we come to this building.